Pratap Barua, for sharing your experience. It was really something that is amazing to see someone with a strong determination for work of peace to convince people who even see things negatively. It was really meaningful to hear your experience. Once again, thank you very much. Now, my next question is about DPCW. Now, DPCW, you've mentioned it several times, but some people also see this as very idealistic. What do you think about this view?
When I went to Korea for the installation of 10 DPCW, at that program, our chairman said, if the soldiers from United Nations goes to stop war, and if they carry guns with them, and they use guns on warfield, how can they stop war? Because they themselves are carrying guns. But in general sense, it doesn't work in that way. Because whenever one country send their troops to peace mission to United Nations, each and every soldier, they carry their gun, they carry tanks, and they carry helicopters. Actually, in reality, sometimes they don't follow the peace culture. Even if they carry guns, their intention is not to kill people, but to stop the war. That's why many people says that our ideas and our DPCWs are so much realistic, because our chairman Lee have said we melt the gun and we make some shovels, what we can work for the gardening. And so we melt all the guns and all the destructive weapons. And with that, we can make household things, we can make flower basket and things. But that's the dream of our chairman, actually. But many people of the world, they are so materialistic. That's why they don't understand his feelings. The feeling of our chairman is really different, and their thinking is different. That's why, from their point of view, they think our chairman is so much idealistic. But in fact, which is not true, our chairman's thinking is really so high, and only people have high mentality will understand him. It's not everyone's job to understand him. Someone needs to have a very much knowledge to understand his feelings.
Thank you, sir. Now, it's quite a shameful to admit that in the beginning of this interview, the entire project, we were thinking from our side also that a little bit cynical and critical towards peace. And we also thought it was quite idealistic to bring world peace to this world that we are living in right now. But going through many different interviews and speaking with people like you, sir, it's come to our minds that we are the ones who need to change our thoughts.
Yes.
And the thoughts that people who work with HBPL have the thoughts that are quite pure rather than idealistic.
Pure, yes.
And I'm starting to realize that my thoughts were quite pure in regarding the world peace. But despite all your responses that you have given, which has slightly and continuously changing my heart, we want to ask you one last practical question about this approach that HBPL is doing. How would these programs and initiatives that HBPL is doing specifically will bring peace to this world?
Actually, peace, you cannot bring peace within one day. It's not a television or refrigerator, or it's not an air conditioner that you buy from shop. You install it in your home, and right within 10 minutes, your home will be cool. It's not like that. But it takes time. The work our chairman Lee have started is teaching small children about the importance of world peace. First of all, you have to understand that peace is important. If you think you are already in peace, then you won't be understand the importance of DPCW. But those who are suffering in the borders, those who are suffering with their lives, there are many countries who are still fighting for their rights. So these people will understand what 10 DPCW means to them. Someone from South Korea will not understand. Someone from Japan will not understand. Someone from Norway or Sweden will not understand, because their country is still in a better position. But people from Somalia, people from Afghanistan, they will understand. People from Palestine or Israel, they will understand the importance of peace and the importance of this DPCW. So we have plans for the small children, for youth generation, the peace education program. So if we can preach these peace education program to each and every children of the world, if we can send these messages to each and every schools or each and every countries, if the head of every state embraces us, if the head of every state introduces our DPCW to their constitution, or if the head of each state introduce our peace education program to their school, I think within next 20 years, the world will change by itself. Nobody has to do anything. They will just follow DPCW and they will just study these peace education books. The world will change automatically by itself.
Thank you, sir. Now, we have information that in Dhaka, there has been about 9,000 support signature for the DPCW. Is this correct?
From many schools, you see, that was very interesting. We went to many schools and we met with lots of students and we explained them. We tried to tell them about the dream of our chairman, Mr. Manhili. And after listening to our voice, after listening to our speech, students came and they made a signature. It was a huge program and we had a huge success. We went to one school that's called Siddheshwari Girls School. After 1 week, the students will appear HSC exam, higher secondary exam. After meeting the headmaster, he won't let us meet all the students because they are very busy with their studies. But we talked with the headmaster, we convinced him. And afterwards, the headmaster also went with us. When we went to their classroom, each and every students, they stood up after seeing us, because it is a culture of Bangladesh that whenever a teacher enters to classroom, all students stood up. And then after the teacher takes his seat, then the students takes their seat. The headmaster told them there are some people who wants to talk to you. And then they told me that you start the talking. Each and every one stopped their study and they were just listening to us. Then I started talking to them. And some girls became so excited. They took our phone number. They said, from next week, we shall appear exam. So we want to contact you next month. Will it be possible to come here next month? We all will come and listen to you because you sound very, very interesting. Then after 2 months, we went to their school once again, and all of them came with their friends, and we had a great time with them. And all of them have listened to us. All of them have shown their interest to work with us. I explained them each and every point of 10 DPCW. They became very happy. And that day I felt that peace is really very, very necessary, because when you talk about peace, you also feel peace inside your heart. Yes, it is the very, very pleasant moment. I cannot forget.
Thank you, Mr. Barua. I can definitely, even through your sharing the experience, I can feel the enthusiasm of both students and you yourself teaching them about peace and delivering them about peace. Thank you once again for sharing. Now, we are informed that you also participated in a peace walk in 2017 with the school. Now, if you can recall your memory, how was the event? How was it for you?
Yes. That was really a great moment because Honorable Minister also joined with us. We went to Samsul Islam Khan School and College, and there we have started the peace walk. We have walked a long way, and also the students from that school followed us. When we were crossing the street, many people were looking at us, and they really had no idea why this peace walk is happening actually. And then we carried some banners, some festoons, and where we have written the points of these DPCWs. And after finishing the walk, we went to the school and we talked against like 1,000 students. The field with all students, and it was really great moment because they had no seat. They all stood up, and whole program they stood up, and they couldn't sit because we couldn't arrange so many chairs, but they listened to us. And after that, they came to, all of them came to shake hand with me. You know, I still have tears in my eyes because that was such a moment. I shook hand with many students, and each and everybody giving handshake with me. Some of them were taking my phone numbers. It was really an excited moment. Really, I cannot forget that day. I spoke about only 10 DPCW, and in some program when I went to Korea, our chairman Lee have given us some speech. So I have just told them few points from his speech. When there is too dark, you don't think the night is long, because whenever you feel so much darkness, it means the morning is so closer. That is also one of the point that our chairman Manhili told in his speech. I told them about the dream of our chairman Manhili and the importance of world peace at this moment in Bangladesh. And I also told them about DPCW. Actually, each and every program I go, I tell them about 10 DPCW, because whenever you start telling them DPCW, it takes more than 40 minutes. You don't have enough time to tell them many other things. And DPCWs are very important. I think people should know about DPCW. I take the pride of telling people about DPCW, because when I tell people about DPCW, I think that person changes his mind right away. From after hearing the DPCW, right away he changes his thinking. It works like medicine. It is a tremendous thing that world leaders have done with the help of our chairman, Mr. Manhili. That's why each and every time I take pride and honor.